Hello, intuitive friends, and welcome back, Connections and Separation Collective, as well as the Long Distance Relationship Collective. Welcome back. My name is Alexa Tarot, and today I'm going to be channeling timeless messages, timeless readings, focusing on the energy check-in in your either connection and separation connection or your long distance relationship. Either way, I will be channeling messages with the preliminary pile or groups here. Of course, I will be doing more live shuffling, but I will be channeling those timeless messages. Now, if you see that this video or this reading, crosses your path, that may be a symbol from the universe, sign, symbol, synchronicities from the universe telling you that maybe perhaps there may be some messages here for you in your connection and separation or in your long distance relationship. That being said, let me introduce the groups here. And then, of course, down below in the description box, you will see timestamps, and all you need to do is click on that, and then I'll meet you in your designated group. All right, here we have, for group number one, we have Q Penguin. Q Penguin represents group number one. Group number two is represented by Purifying Frog. Purifying Frog represents group number two. Group number three is represented by Nibble BAT. Nibble BAT represents group number three. Now, allow your intuition to guide you to either the group or groups that you feel called to. Look down below in the description box, click on that timestamp, and I'll meet you in your designated group. Hello, group number one. Group number one, you selected the Q Penguin. We'll see if or how this card may connect or resonate with the rest of your reading. But for now, let's take a look at your preliminary group. Remember, what I am channeling here for you and your partner is the potential energy check-in at this moment in time during this timeless reading whenever you are watching this reading. So card number one, we have here the Hermit. The second card here is we have the Five of Swords. And last but not least, you have here the Star card. All of these cards are in their upright position. Now, I know that due to where the camera is placed, you may be reading the opposite, which is this card or these cards in their reverse, okay? But they're not in the reverse. So, here with the Five of Swords in the middle of this three-card spread is telling me that there's a lot of energy surrounding here, potentially, during this energy check-in, that there may be a lot of hostility. There may be a little bit of tension here between you and your partner, whether this is having an argument, a disagreement. There may be some type of conflicts here. One person may be saying one thing, another person may be misinterpreting it. There may be misinformation, misunderstanding. Here with the Five of Swords, I feel that there may have been, or there may be here, whether in the past or maybe something that's happening right now or maybe coming, okay? Energy check-in is coming across as an argument, okay? There may be some tense moments here in a conversation between you and your partner or your connection and separation. I do feel that ego may be a very big key role here. Ego or pride may be a very big sticky point here. So someone's ego, someone's pride may be getting in the way here in this, energy here, okay? This conflict is coming across as bumping heads. One person may see something or believe something in one way. Another person may be seeing it in another direction. This could also be someone really trying to make a point, right? And making a point at whatever cost, even if it means that the partner is going to be upset, whether that is you or whether this is the other person. So it could go vice versa. But there's one person here who wants to make a point. And by really kind of emphasizing and kind of in a way hammering in, wanting to make a point, what it's doing here is creating more of a wedge between the both of you. Okay, So whether it's you or whether it's the other person, but there is here some type of hostility or tension between you and this other person, your partner, or connection and separation, or long distance relationship, or them and you. So it could go vice versa. Now the Hermit card in tarot is here. So this is telling me here that whether it's you or the other person, there is a sense of trying to go back and think, should I have said that? Should I have gone in that direction? There's a little bit of this energy here. Basically, I say a little bit, but the Hermit card in tarot, because it's the major arcana, does hold a lot of weight, even though the Five of Swords is in the middle of the 3-card spread, because the Hermit card is a major arcana. So there's this energy of having to go back and think, doing some soul searching, saying to yourselves, whether it's you or the other person saying it to themselves, but kind of looking at the truth of something. Was there truth in that argument? Was there something here that was said that rubbed me the wrong way? It may have triggered me, but was there some truth there? For others of you, it may be simply something like, was this argument even needed? Did I really need to hammer in that last, point? If it means that it's creating more tension than it is unity. Okay, do I really need to hold my stance in the way that I'm holding it, even if it's causing more damage than it is good in the connection, in this long distance relationship? So the Hermit card here is giving this energy of introspection. It's giving also this time of taking a step back, whether the step back is not talking to each other for a couple of days, or taking a moment or a step back by taking a look here, with this contemplative energy, okay, this meditative energy of the Hermit card in tarot, to say, maybe I need a little bit time to heal before I either ask for an apology or accept an apology. Okay, either one. Okay, maybe there is the sense here of me needing a little bit more time to myself so that I can recalibrate, so that either I accept an apology, the Star card, or I give that apology with sincerity. The Star card in tarot is ruled by Aquarius. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo. Okay, so you have two major arcanas here. The Swords energy could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, okay, as well. So there we go. So as far as the Star card, I'm feeling here that there's this energy here of wanting to heal something, of realizing once the dust that has settled, that there's something here to kind of try to repair or make amends towards. There could be this sense of wishing, hoping, desiring, praying, calling in, the higher self, calling in creator, destiny, fate, and saying, ooh, look at that. These two cards popped up. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there's a sense here of wanting to repair something, wanting to bring a sense of calmness in or within this tension, okay, that may be potentially here or was potentially felt or may be potentially coming down in the near future here, right? So there's this kind of energy check-in here, and we'll see what these messages may be. Yeah, exactly what I was talking here about the Star card, but let's see what else is coming through here in the other two. We have the history, we have forgiveness. Yeah, exactly what I said. Validation, confirmation here. This history may be talking about the fact that you and this person may have had this discussion, disagreement, argument, bumping of the heads before. This is not the first time. It may not be the first time, maybe within this specific topic. It may not be the first time because maybe both of you have been seeing each other for a very long time, or have been in this long distance relationship or connection and separation for a while. But history is telling me that there's this sense of thinking about the other person or the other person thinking about you during these moments of bumping heads, of hostility, of tension, when ego is kind of like in the forefront, or when pride is at stake here. Okay, so there's this energy here of something that hasn't been resolved. And because it hasn't been resolved, okay, it keeps popping up. Whether it may keep popping up in the same type of argument or disagreement, or the same theme, meaning that there could be someone here who's just very stubborn, someone here who just, gets a little bit defensive here, gets triggered easily. All right. So it could be some type of old patterns here that individually, whether you have, the person who selected this group, or the other person may have. Okay. So there could be a history here of some type of pattern, old habit, or a history here of the same argument or disagreement showing up time and time again. Validation, confirmation on what I felt at the top of the reading here with the Five of Swords, and that being here forgiveness, whether it's, should I ask for an apology? Should I accept the apology? So this discussion, argument, misunderstanding here, it's this energy that is either brewing or may be present, of wanting to let bygones be bygones. But what happens here is that I'm getting this energy where it's a recreated pattern here, or a pattern that's on a loop. So there's like getting back together, mending, fixing. Okay, we feel good. I apologize. You apologize. I accept the apology, or you accepted the apology, and now things are good. But then, boom, we go back into either some type of discussion, heated discussion, and again, we go back into a loop or a hamster wheel type of energy, because that's the energy that I'm picking up here. Now, there could be something here of trust being broken in some way, shape, or form, whether it was a misunderstanding, a lack of transparency, but there's this energy coming across as the Star card through either asking for an apology or accepting an apology here, that someone just wants to repair the trust, mend, heal, or repair something here that is very valuable within the connection. So like I said, with the Star card, I feel here that there's a sense of asking for an apology, or healing, asking for an apology, accepting an apology, or healing trust, or a major important core belief here that was either misunderstood, or someone's feelings here was hurt. So there's this repairing of the trust, repairing of the calmness, the peace, the tranquility, the getting along, being in a harmonious energy here. Okay, let's see what else is coming through for you and you in this. Look at that. True love. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions here. And that could be the case here. And I want to talk about that, because that could be the reason why Penguin is here. Let me just see what's right after. Look at that wedding. Yeah, there may be a lot of love between, even if there's, I know some of you may be like, that sounds counterintuitive. Even though that there may be a lot of arguments here, the arguments are because you miss each other. It's like, I really, really miss you, right? So instead of saying, babe, I really miss you, I wish you were here, it becomes this kind of energy where, whatever the reason, or the tense emotion, or the difficulty at being at a physical distance here between the both of you, becomes very difficult. So someone here, or maybe both of you, become very edgy. You get sad, you get, you become stubborn. You show it in a different way. You show your sense of unhappiness, or it kind of comes through in a very different way. So instead of just being, instead of just saying, hey, babe, I love you, or I miss you, or I just wish you were here, or you know what, today's been very difficult for me to have you at such a far away distance. It becomes into this other energy of, either talking about not trusting each other, or there may be a little bit of this kind of tension here that really creates here some type of static electricity here, okay, or this kind of like, being very sensitive to a comment, or a call not being picked up, or a text not answered in time, okay? Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because penguin, if you know anything about the animal, the penguin, is that penguins mate for life. They mate with one other penguin, and that's it. It's just them and that penguin until the end of their lifetime. So there is a lot of dedication. There's a lot of commitment and love, symbolically here, with penguin being the animal here that was representing this pile. And there could be, like I said, this energy here of true love. This is the romance of a lifetime, okay? You also have here weddings. Some of you are already married or have a very committed relationship with this person, with your significant other, in this connection and separation, or in this love, long distance love relationship, okay, where you're both talking about future plans, where both of you may be engaged already, maybe there's talks of an engagement, maybe there are talks of wedding here, maybe you are already married, but wedding is a symbolism here of commitment. So there is this very committed energy here between the both of you. And, due to the stress of being at times at a long distance, may create a bit of hostility or tension. Okay. Now, this is not making excuses for something. And look at that. You have the chain there. It's not making excuses for something, but it's bringing to the surface what could be more of an underlying issue. Now, could there be other situations, circumstances, or events here taking place besides the fact that both of you miss each other and that could be triggering? Yeah, there could be other things involved, such as chain. Okay, there could be like a domino effect. Okay, one thing gets into another thing, it comes into another thing, and it affects something else, and there's this domino effect. Okay, chain here says chain of events that will affect your life. So there's this energy here of like something in consecutive fashion, or like I said before here, history, like a hamster wheel effect, whether that's a specific topic, which could be wedding, could be marriage, could be the future, or something having to do with trust. Like, for example, hey, I called you. How come you didn't pick up the phone very quickly? How come you missed my call? How come you said you were going to be awake, but then when I call, you don't pick up? That type of thing, okay? So it's like one thing spirals into another, okay? That's also coming through here. Let's take a look at the last but not least card here. Ooh, okay, there are two cards coming up. Okay, so the two cards that I see is Pin and August. So we'll take those, and then of course I'll read what the cute penguin says there. August. Okay, so August may be of importance here. Okay, August is Leo energy as well as Virgo energy, so that could be here of significance here in this connection. Okay, so whether it's the sign of Leo or the sign of Virgo, or something that may have happened, or something that is very important connecting to either Leo season or Virgo season. It could also be important placements on the astrological natal chart of either you or your significant other. You do have here Pin. It says new job, new career. And there could be here a situation that may not be connected to the both of you here, and then there's this kind of like tension because either there's a new job or a new career or something new happening here, or something that may be a little stressful. It may be coming from the career sector, and unfortunately sometimes it may kind of spill over into your connection, right? So that's how this is coming through. Let's see what Q Penguin says. It says whimsy, community, loyalty. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense why trust is here, especially if there's a misunderstanding or kind of like, well, why didn't you call me yesterday? Or why didn't you, write an email? Or, what happened? Or you seem a little distant, or you seem a little busy lately, that type of thing. Okay, so it may come across also as like, a little bit of jealousy here, and kind of like being a little doubtful here. It says here, pay attention to the people around you and discover the advantages of family and friends. And it's coming across as family and friends being a supportive unit here that either you can talk about having to do with this long distance connection or connection and separation, so that you're not so emotionally triggered, or that you're holding so much or repressing or suppressing so much of the emotion, where there needs to be here a person that you can kind of vent to. And that person doesn't have to be the other, your significant other. It could be just someone else, so that you can feel better and you can vent. And then when you go and talk to your significant other, it's not so energy filled. Or if you miss the person, kind of just saying, hey, listen, I just miss you. I really wish you were here with my friends and family and loved ones. And yeah, it bothers me that you're that far away. I know that it's momentarily. We will be together soon, or I'll see you soon, or, hey, this is how I feel when I don't get a phone call, or when you don't, call right away. Same thing for you. You may be hearing these messages from your significant other towards you. So that may be here a sense of that tension. But that being said, loyalty here, again, that type of energy that I was picking up at, especially with wedding, commitment, and trust, and true love. Yeah, a lot there. And then community, being able to rely on your friends, family, and loved ones for support, or to be supportive here while this connection is in separation, or this love long distance relationship is at a physical distance. That being said, intuitive friend, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages resonated for you. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hello, Intuitive friend, and welcome back. You selected the Purifying Frog. The Purifying Frog here represents group number 2, and I will talk about this card. It may or may not resonate with the rest of the reading. I don't know yet. We will find out. Remember, this is an energy, a timeless energy check-in. Okay, so whenever you come across these messages, it may be sign, symbol, synchronicities, that there may be messages here for the both of you in this connection and separation or long distance relationship. Group number 2, let's take a look at your preliminary cards here. You have the Two of Cups, beautiful energy here, a lot of love here. You have 8 of Wands. I'm getting a lot of communication between the both of you, or at least trying to move past something here. And then you also have here the Moon card. Okay, so I feel intuitively there is a very big or deep connection between the both of you. You may realize here, within the, energy check-in here, you may realize that at times that you may be thinking about your significant other in this connection and separation or this long distance relationship. And the moment that you're thinking about them, they're texting you. Okay, or vice versa. They could be thinking about you and you either text them or call them, or there's some type of communication between the both of you. Because with love, okay, unconditional love, true love, love isn't confined to time and space. Okay, so even if both of you are physically separated, okay, like in this connection and separation, like this long distance love relationship, it doesn't matter if you're physically distant from each other, if you are not physically in the same room, or you're not in the same city, town, state, or country, because the connection that you have energetically with the Two of Cups, there could be here the sense of a soul to soul connection. There could be the sense here of a very deep bonding between you and the other person, your significant other and you. So the Two of Cups is that deep emotional connection. And that deep emotional connection is connected in the heart. And the heart, okay, intuitively, right? The heart is yin energy. And what is the moon card? Yin energy. So there's this kind of like intuitive connection, this telepathic energy here, that you may realize here that happens from time to time, where you may be thinking of them, they text you, they're thinking about you, you text them, or the phone call, or not too long something happens and there's communication here between the both of you, because energy doesn't energy is not confined to time and space. Okay, energy is ever present. If you know anything about quantum physics, energy cannot be created nor destroyed, It is ever present. So even if physically you're not together under the same city, town, state, country, or under the same roof, there's an energy here that both of you feel towards each other. You pick up. You could even pick up when someone is having a bad day or having a rough moment. Okay? So there is this energy here of this, okay, I'm trying to see here, which is, oh, okay, here we go. It's this direction. So yeah, you have here the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands says gaining momentum. Okay, gaining momentum. There's a lot of emotions or passion here. Okay, there's a lot of spark. There's inspiration. There's this sense of like, wow, I'm in love, or wow, I found my significant other, or wow, this connection feels so different than other connections that I have had in the past or recent past. Okay. Two of Cups, mutual feelings. You feel the way they feel for you as you feel for them. So there's this mutual energy, and there's this in sync type of energy here that again transcends time and space. The moon card is, of course, there are moments here because of all of the emotions felt that there may be a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of fear, a little bit of concern. Sometimes getting caught up in the, you know what, I really, really miss my partner. So much so that, yes, I need to connect with them during the day. I need to text them, or I need to talk to them, or they need to, and this is mutual. I'm not saying is one way here. Again, this is an energy check-in, but there could be this type of back and forth between the both of you, especially because the Two of Cups is here. So again, both energies are in sync with each other. Now, this may not be the case for everyone here, but I am feeling that for some of you, this is work related. So whether it is you that are at a distance from your significant other, or your significant other is at a distance from you, or both of you are in a different town, city, town, state, country, I do feel here with this Eight of Wands energy, there's this wanting to talk about, let's travel. I want to see you. When I'm going to see you. When are you, when are you coming over? When am I coming over? I'm also feeling that this is career related. Okay, whether it's military, whether it's someone is in a job or in a profession where they need to be on the go a lot. Okay, so whether it's on planes, whether it's through traveling by car, boat, plane, or something, but there's a lot of movement here also, and that may be very much career related because of that Wands energy. It doesn't have to be, but it could be career related. For some of you, there could be here this energy where you may have met during a vacation, or you may have met and one person is, just lives in another country and you live in another country. Okay, so it could be that type of energy also. So things are taking off here in a very positive way. There seems to be this energy here of like being swept away emotionally. Okay, feeling that there is, this emotional connection here between the both of you. Eight of Wands is also here coming into alignment. Both of you either, communicating with each other, both of you trying to come up with ways that you can overcome the challenges of the physical distance. overcome the challenges of if there is something here connected to not being able to speak often, okay? Finding solutions and resolutions here. There is a sense at times here where I'm getting or I'm picking up anxiety or worry, okay? So there's this energy here of anxiety or worry at times here. Or a sense of like, is this really going to work out? Is, is this connection, even though we have a lot of emotions towards each other, even though we care a lot for each other or are in love or are falling in love with each other, will we be able to overcome, Eight of Wands, overcome the blockages and challenges of being at a distance, okay? You may dream of each other frequently. You may even have conversations, because I'm getting here maybe even different time zones here coming through as well. But let's see what else is coming through here for the both of you. So far, beautiful reading here as an energy check-in. And let's see what else is coming through. We have here the Two of Cups, Eight of Wands, and the Moon. And for the Two of Cups, we have intimate. I'm not surprised, okay? For the Eight of Wands, we have codependency. And for the Moon, exactly what I mentioned earlier, trigger, okay? There could be just anxiety or stresses here, you see? Checking up on each other through the telephone. Yeah, through the cell, okay? Or social media. But yeah, let's talk about this Eight of Wands energy. Like I said, there is the sense of movement, things gaining momentum, or being kind of a little bit stressed out on when am I going to see you soon, or when am I going to see you again, okay? So there could be here this kind of like energy of feeling a little bit triggered due to the distance. I feel it's coming across more as like someone missing someone else, or both of you missing each other. When it gets a little bit difficult, okay, when it gets a little bit challenging and the communication isn't where it needs to be, or things are not moving along as one of you may feel, there may be a little bit of tension here. You need to kind of like keep in mind here that due to the fact that there is a physical disconnect, communication is super vital, whether it's just a text, whether it's an email, whether it's some type of sign, okay? You know, a sign here like, yes, I'm thinking about you. That is important here, okay? I don't feel that there's too much of, I feel that both of you are trying to move past the physical distance in a very positive way. Two of Cups. There may be intimate conversations. There may be ways that both of you are trying to solve or resolve the physical barrier. The fact that there is something that is, there's distance here at play. But the Moon card also, aside from the fact that it's coming across as some type of anxiety here, okay? The Moon card, with the fact that the trigger is here, okay? The fact that the two things here, there may be some subconscious situations here that may be coming up, okay? Let me explain. What do I mean by that? I mean, you go to sleep and then you have a nightmare, or you start like dreaming like this person is like, I don't know, they moved and you're never going to see them again, or there's something triggering in a dream. Now, the dream doesn't have to be a nightmare, of course. It could just be a regular dream, a dream that you're thinking or not thinking, but you're dreaming about this person, okay, being very close together in an intimate way. Fill in the blank on how that may be, because this is a general reading. So it could be emotional intimacy, physical intimacy, okay? It could be being vulnerable, okay? That's also a form of intimacy as well, being able to open your heart. And there could be dreams here that really expose the vulnerability within yourselves, either in you or in the person that you are in this long distance relationship with, okay? And so this comes across as this kind of like, it triggers you, right? Because the dream may seem so real. It may seem so present that you wake up and it's like, wow, it was just a dream. we're actually not together, but you may be together energetically through dreams or daydreams, or maybe, through meditation if you do meditation. So there's this sense of like feeling the energy of the other person, and then kind of realizing or waking up from that either dream or that meditative state. And it's like, wow, I feel a little bit disappointed that this person isn't here because I missed them. Okay, so that moon energy is coming across. There could be here instances where you and this person, this significant other, you and this person just like talk a lot at nighttime also. All right, so there could be that energy kind of talking through here. All right, so let's see what else is coming through. Chemistry. There's a lot of chemistry here, a lot of passion. Like I said with the Eight of Wands, a lot of momentum, a lot of energy. Okay, that energy could be inspiration, passion, drive, motivation. Both of you could be very motivated to want to travel or see each other, but there may be other responsibilities that may be at stake. Maybe that's not easy to do, which could also be another trigger here, okay? But chemistry says there's a strong magnetic attraction here, giving validation confirmation on the energy that I was picking up of the Two of Cups along with the Moon card, okay? Remember, I mentioned that at the top of the reading. I said that time, energy, transcends time and space. So when you're thinking about your significant other, they may be texting you. When you think about, vice versa, there's a telepathic, energetic link between the both of you. So it is very, very much connected to chemistry or energy. Love language, gift giving, tokens of reciprocity, hold, cherish memories. Okay, there may be with this Eight of Wands, it may be also the giving of gifts. So sending gifts, sending messages to each other, sending some type of acknowledgement of, yes, I'm thinking about you, and yes, you're thinking about me. Okay, that energetic, unconditional love frequency here that transcends time and space. Okay, so very, very beautiful energy here. Let's keep going and see what else is coming through here for the both of you in this energy check-in. Don't forget, intuitive friend, drop a rose in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages are resonated or have resonated for you. Of course, we're going to take a look at Purifying Fog in a minute. Haven't read it yet, so we'll read it together. But we'll see how or if that connects here to your reading. So you have here hammock, okay, validation confirmation, Eight of Wands energy, travel, okay, when are you coming to visit? When are we taking a vacation? When are we going to spend physical time together? Meaning you see me, I see you, that we're not just either speaking through, the telephone or through Zoom or, what have you, okay? So taking a vacation physically or mentally. Okay. I'm also feeling here that there could be the gift of surprising someone. Okay. Gift giving, surprising someone with a surprise. I'm here at your doorstep type of energy. Okay. Or a surprise. Hey, listen, here's a ticket. Okay. To come to see me. Or, vice versa, maybe the other person giving you a ticket to see them. But there is this energy here that perhaps taking a vacation or giving each other some sort of like a conversation here could also be having a conversation here of, traveling. Okay. Now remember, taking a vacation physically or mentally could also be talking about moments where the communication is inconsistent. And of course, trying to see why it might be inconsistent. You have bread here, period of prosperity and abundance. Okay. So bread is coming across as, what it's coming across as like the essential part here of a connection. So there's something here that's very, very important and that's very essential. And that is to not be too stressed about the limitations, the physical limitations right now, especially with the fact that hammock is here, which is kind of like shooting the breeze or taking it easy. Okay. Let's see what else is coming through here for this energy check-in for you, group number 2, and then we're going to take a look at that purifying frog and see what else comes through there for the both of you. Let's see this energy check-in. And we have here dark man or dark, it's dark. Now, dark man or dark woman is talking about features. So this could be dark hair, dark eyes, or, a darker complexion. Okay. This could be talking about, features here. Okay. It doesn't have to be all of them, but there could be here some type of features coming through. And then we have May. Now, May could be something important here. There could be either the month of May being very important, or the season here. Okay, May season, spring. So there could be something developing here potentially during some type of spring season. Now, May is Taurus season as well as Gemini season. So there could be here some kind of validation confirmation here for either one of you having to do with Taurus season or Gemini season. But May is the month of May. That is the number 5. There may be also a connection here with the number 5. That being said, let's take a look at Purifying Frog, which says rebirth, cleansing, revitalization, let go of the past, accept new beginnings, and find the path to a new start. Okay, so yeah, letting go of the triggers, letting go of the moments that it gets a little bit difficult, and trying to find a solution or resolution. And some of you may have been already doing that with the fact that gift giving is here, with the fact that talking about traveling, seeing each other, taking it easy here with the hammock, understanding the important essential ingredients here of communication, and that being very important here for you. And maybe there is something very much connected here, whether it's your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or 5th or 7th house, or Juno, which is connected to love and connections there, or whether it's your partner here or your significant other, very much connected to May or the season of May. Okay, I do also remember May is spring, so it could also be talking about generally the spring season. Purifying Frog also says here, let go of the past. So let go of whatever it is that the moon is talking about in regards to anxiety, worry, or stress. Letting go of the triggers, letting go of the anxiety, letting go of the thinking about the not being present, and focusing and in a way embracing the moments that are very present, which is, it may be the times that communication is being seen through texts, through emails, through maybe care packages here, maybe video chats. Okay, so there may be different ways in that being said. Now, what's also coming through here with purifying is that I'm getting that at times there gets to be a little bit of sadness here, right? There's a sense of like, I really, really just miss my partner. But there is a lot of love here. There's a lot of love that's either present or very much quickly developing here. For those of you who have been in this connection for a very long time, it's coming across as like reignited passion and chemistry. And, things may be lightening up in regards to getting some more clarity here about when to become closer, especially when the 8 of Wands is talking about travel, movement, or visits also. That being said, group number 2, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose. That lets me know that these messages resonated with you. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe to the channel. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Hello, group number three. Group number three, you selected the Nibble BAT. We'll see how and if this Nibble BAT card may connect to the rest of your reading. We'll see a little later, but first, let's take a look at the preliminary cards. And of course, I will be doing live shuffling. And as I mentioned during the introduction, I will be channeling messages here, timeless messages, focusing on an energy check-in between you and your significant other in this connection and separation, or in this long distance relationship reading. Okay, now let's take a look at the preliminary cards here. The first card we have here is the Chariot, Cancer energy coming up here. We also have here the Three of Wands energy. And last but not least, we have the World card, okay? Now, you do have two major arcanas in this reading. So that means that this message may resonate, or when you see it take place, it's going to take a while. You'll be within this energy for quite some time. So there's a little bit of kind of like waiting for this to emerge, or seeing it, feeling it, or experiencing it, okay, in your connection. Now, let's take a look and start with the Three of Wands. Okay, Three of Wands is in the middle of this deck. And what's interesting is that the Three of Wands, this is the first time in a deck that I've seen the Three of Wands with two people that are symbolizing here a bride and a groom. Okay, so we'll talk about that later in a minute. But I'm getting here, well, the Three of Wands is this energy of finding the right opportunity, finding the right time to execute a plan, to move forward towards something that has been planned for, okay, or discussed. And although this is the Three of Wands energy, remember, before the Three of Wands comes the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is not about movement. Two of Wands is about making the time, carving out the plan, getting ready for something, making sure that it makes sense. It's not so much about physical movement. It's more about the inspiration of gathering the resources, the ideas, the planning, the blueprint, so to speak. So it's not really doing anything yet, but it's planning for the doing. Now, here with the Three of Wands is the actual doing. It's putting all those things that have been discussed and planned and thought about and discussed and waited. You've edited, you've fixed it, you tweaked it, and now here is the Three of Wands. And this Three of Wands is both of you here, maybe one of you, maybe both of you here, kind of seeing, well, how are we going to unfold? How is this plan going to unfold? What are we going to do to move things along? Okay, because remember, the Three of Wands is waiting for the right opportunity to catch that wave, to grab that opportunity, to say, okay, now is the time that we should do this, or you know what, this would be a perfect moment, right? So it's synchronizing the moment together with your partner. Is this time, date, or is this plan, do you agree? Okay, and if you do, well, when should we start moving towards the opportunity? Okay, so that is this energy here of the Three of Wands. Now, the fact that there's a bride and groom here, it's coming across as the sense of commitment. Now, it's interesting because Three of Wands isn't so much about commitment. It is about teamwork, though. I mean, threes are all about teamwork if we're looking at just the number three. But there could be here this manifestation that you and your significant other, maybe you've been really putting a lot of energy towards. And this is the time where it's like, okay, so what are we going to do now? Now we have the opportunity. What are we going to do? Does it make sense for you? Because it makes sense for me. We already talked about it. We planned for it. But now what? Okay, so that's the energy that I'm picking up. I also feel here the sense of improvement or progress. So if something isn't ready to be kind of like moved right away, this could be talking about the progress and the improvement that's happening within the plan. For some of you may still be tweaking the plan, okay? But it's coming closer to execution and to actually moving something into the direction of movement and action than it was maybe before, okay? And the fact that the Chariot is here is even giving further validation confirmation that this movement could be imminent. It could be happening any moment now, okay? If it didn't happen already, okay? For some of you, I'm going to tell you here, this is looking very much like relocation, okay? The Chariot with the World card, it's coming across as relocation. So relocating from your city, state, town, country, whether it's you or the other person. If it's not relocation, it's travel, because both these cards, the Chariot and the World card, are very much having to do with travel, okay? So some of you are married already. Some of you are in a very committed relationship. Others of you are improving and leveling up. It's progressing to something more, stable, more unified, more together, okay? And so that's how this is coming through for the both of you. Now, let's take a look at the Chariot. The Chariot is forward movement. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So it's the movement and, of course, emotion, because Cancer is a water sign, but it's having control over the emotions, okay? So the Chariot is moving forward, but with a sense of control, with a sense of being intentionality, okay? Being very intentional. Why? Because the rider and the two horses all need to be on the same path. They all need to work together. Interesting, because you have 3 here and the number 3 here. So maybe the number 3 here may be validation confirmation. 3 could be sign, symbol, synchronicities, or the number 6 as well. Okay, 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. But the Chariot is coming across here as wanting to move forward, making steps forward, okay? I feel that this movement could be physically moving something along, okay? Could be through travel, could be through relocation, city, town, state, country. The movement could be the willpower, the energy that you have inside of you, the desire and the determination that you or both of you have in wanting to push something forward so that something is finally manifested, such as whatever this dream or manifestation may be for you. It's different in different situations. For some of you is marriage. Others of you is proposal. For others of you, you are already in a long-term committed relationship, and although you may be far apart in distance, this may be talking about, well, when are we going to see each other again? Or listen, I am finally located or relocated in this city, town, state, country. I feel stable here. Now it's time for you to come, or vice versa. Okay, but there is the sense here of that energy of movement. You also have here the World card in tarot. Okay, World card, closing a chapter, opening up a new one. All right, so the things from the past, the delays, the challenges, the lack of something not coming along or not moving, the stagnation that may have been felt before in the past or recent past, or maybe recently, this is telling you that's not going to be anymore. Something here is going to move along. Now, whether this is an opportunity to relocate, whether it's the other person to relocate towards you or you to relocate to the other person, city, town, state, country. Okay, so that could be one option. Another option besides residential could be also the movement of job. Okay, moving, to a new job, to a new job location, or maybe to a new career or job in general. But the World card is ending a chapter that was stagnant and stale and not moving, and finally opening up a new chapter that feels more alive, there's more like vitality in it, okay? The World card is also the achievement. It's the success. It's something finally finding its completion because it's the last card in the tarot deck in regards to the major arcana. So it's kind of like finally we've accomplished something. finally there's a completion here. Oh, we're going to expand into a new horizon, into a new beginning here of some sort also, because again, with the World card, one chapter closes, another one opens. Something feels more whole, it feels more complete, it feels more for a sense of fulfillment. You feel more satisfied about something, whether it's you together as a couple or both of you individually in your lives. But there is this energy here of like something is finally moving along. Now here at the top it says end of a chapter. Okay, so it could be end of a chapter. It could be the end of a chapter of thinking about just yourself and now having to consider the other person. Because if this is a connection, okay, if this is a relationship or a connection, now it's like I'm no longer moving solo. I'm moving with my partner, or I'm moving with my significant other in regards to plans, in regards to talking about the future, in regards to maybe travel, having a vacation, having some time together, or whatever accomplishments and successes are happening with one partner, the other partner, just by means of being together in a partnership, can take part in that celebration or can either benefit from it as well. So we'll see what else is coming through for you here. Group number 3. So the signs or elements that I'm getting here, the Chariot is Cancer energy. So I am picking up here water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I'm also picking up fire signs here with the Wands energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. That may be of importance here. These signs may be important, okay? The World card is ruled by Saturn, okay? So who rules Saturn? Or what astrological sign is ruled by Saturn? Capricorn. So that's earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So there may be some importance or, maybe some type of sign, symbol, synchronicity here for the both of you. Remember that these messages are timeless. And whenever you come across it, it's validation, confirmation here for you that maybe there is some type of message here for you. For the Chariot, we have here rejection. At times, there may be a little bit of hesitation about how to move in a certain direction, or making sure that both of you are on the same kind of energy here of wanting to do something in this specific way. Remember that I said it's no longer about me, it's more about we. So especially if both of you are very independent, are used to making decisions and making decisions on your own and not taking another person into consideration, not because you're selfish, but because you've been single for a very long time, it may take some time for you to get into the swing of having to now consider or reconsider someone's emotions or feelings. So there may be here moments where either one of you or both of you may have felt a little bit of rejection, feeling a little bit dismissed. Maybe someone had a great idea, it was dismissed or refused by someone else. Again, that could lead here to the sense of rejection or the sense of isolation as well. We have here flirt, giving more clarity here to the Three of Wands, okay? So I do feel that there's this co-creation energy, both of you trying to be in sync with each other. And here we have hope, to give clarity to the World card. So for some of you, there is a hope here that either, look at that, soul to soul connection, that's very beautiful energy there. There could be here talks, like I said, talks about the future. You've already had those conversations, or you're having those conversations, and they're becoming more real, okay? More real because time is passing by, and it's creating this, perhaps an opportunity where one chapter may close and another one may be reopened. There may be here this desire also, desiring to be in the same city, town, state, or country, desiring to see each other. There's this kind of like, I'm dreaming of you, you're dreaming of me, or the sense of like, I hope and I can't wait till my partner and I, we fill in the blank, whatever that is, whether it's proposal, marriage, relocation, whether it's a new job, whatever it may be. Okay. Now, this long distance relationship or connection and separation, this rejection here may feel kind of just like there's a sense here of like feeling disconnected physically, and that may bring about some sort of feelings or emotions. I do feel that this is giving me like a power couple type of vibe here between the both of you, because it's coming across as two people here really being very open with each other about what they want to do, about their dreams that they want to see, about what are your dreams, what are your goals, and how can we as a team with the number 3, how can we both work with each other to make those dreams, here we go, hope, dream, yearning, desire, come true. How can we make it into a successful outcome here? Okay, how can we accomplish this? What can we do in order to make this more of a unifying type of energy here? Okay, so together, again, from me to we is how this is coming across. Now, let's add more clarity here, group number 3, to your reading. Again, this is just an energy check-in here, a timeless energy check-in. So whenever you find these messages, it may be sign, symbol, synchronicity from the universe, that there may be here some potential messages here for you. Wow, look at that. It says let go of control issues, especially here with the Chariot. Remember, determination is positive, but in moderation. So there may be one person here within this connection wanting something to go a specific way. And like I said before, the other person saying, well, that doesn't make sense right now, or that this is not the right time, or, I'm not really on board with that idea. And so there could be a little bit of friction here having to do with having to kind of say, well, let's refocus here. Okay, let's refocus. So let go of control issue says allow the situation to unfold naturally. Now, for some of you, you may want to hurry up. And I'm telling you, the quickest way for you to get to where you're going is going slowly, believe it or not. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but slowly is the fastest way that you can get to where you're going. Why? Because there's certain things that need to be seen here. There's certain things that needs to be experienced here before major decisions take place, before life-altering decisions take place. So, one of which, this energy here of rejection, what does that mean in your connection here right now, right? How does this show up? Is there someone who tends to be more controlling? If so, why? Okay, remember, the things, personality traits, characteristics that we see in someone while we're dating is the same thing that you're going to see once there's a deeper connection and there's more commitment in the connection. So people don't change. So as Maya Angelou has said, rest in peace, when a person shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, so this is more about how can you work together as a couple, as opposed to doing things because someone is saying you got to do it this way or we have to do it this way. No, there needs to be some sense of compromise here. Okay, so there we go. And if there is a lack of compromise here, then something here needs to be re-examined. Okay, so let's see here what else is coming through. Now, I'm also getting here that let go of controlling issues could be family. So there could be family or friends that are a little bit on the controlling side, okay? Maybe being very against this connection, this long distance relationship, okay? This connection and separation, it could be that. It could be the friction of friends, family, loved ones. But again, as I always say, when we are in a connection, it's very difficult for us to keep kind of like a very neutral, objective kind of seen or to be able to see things objectively. So listen, just to listen, and listen to the concerns if this resonates, where friends, family, loved ones are kind of saying, hey, be careful here. Okay, be careful here. Pay attention to, or you're not paying attention to, or you're giving too much, or you're moving too fast. Allow things to unfold. Let the person show you who they are. Okay, so as I say, it's good to have known a person through the 4 seasons. Winter, spring, summer, fall, which is like a year. Okay, if something isn't really working within that, then again, reevaluation needs to take place. But you have here forever young. There could be a age difference here in this connection and separation, or this long distance relationship, which could be the reason here that there may be a little bit of friction with friends, family, and loved ones. Okay, maybe if it's not age, it could be just a different tradition, a different culture. It could be something here that maybe there's a maturity, a difference in maturity here also. Could be the case. But listening to the advice, or just listening to other people's concern here, may be important here, only just to kind of make sure that a decision here isn't being done too quickly. Okay, because remember, the Chariot is forward movement, but it's with controlled emotions. So there's a sense of intentionality and control in the movement towards the goal. It's not just rushing it. Okay, so just be aware of that energy as it's coming through here with the Chariot, and with let go of control issue, and of course with the rejection card there. So we have here the Jug. It says lighthearted, carefree time. Yeah, it's coming across as take things slowly, be able to see certain stages. We need to see people in different stages in their life. That's why dating the seasons is important. So especially if there is a connection, again, for some of you, this is a serious connection. This is a more long-term connection. For others of you, this is a new connection. You need to know someone with time, okay? You need to see them in times where they're happy, in times that they're stressed, in times when, things aren't going in the direction that they hoped for or that you hoped for. You learn a lot through challenges. And so it's coming across here that group number 3, this is kind of like re-emphasizing that it's super important to ensure that something takes time to build here. Okay, so lighthearted and carefree is here for you. And you also have here fly, a period of ill health or depression. Again, fly is coming across as something doesn't feel quite right to someone here, or something may be too good to be true. Someone may be feeling that way, or someone may be saying that here. So again, just make sure that things that are said and are discussed and are planned are shown in action. Because if not, then there's more planning and talking about something and not really putting action and words together. Okay? Because the Chariot is making not only the plans, but showing the direct connection between words and action. Okay? So that is what's coming through here. And the World card is the time, the fulfillment, the satisfaction it brings when 2 people are working together. Not one person over giving. Okay? When 2 people are giving to the connection in a way that's healthy and it's, positive. Okay? All right, let's see here what else is coming through. Last but not least, we have Camel. Now, Camel is travel again. Again, I feel here that some of you, this energy check-in is like, there has been talks here about moving. Whether it's you moving to where this person lives, or this person where they live, them moving towards you to where you live, or you moving to where they live. But camel here is, it's movement, it's relocation. And it may even be something like, kind of like, yeah, let me move to another job so that I can make more money so that I can move. That could be either you or the other person. But camel is coming across again as travel, as relocation. Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Remember that I said keep an eye out. I'm not saying that that is what's happening here because this is, a general reading, but but making sure that something makes sense here, okay? Because there could be someone here with a lot of passion and a lot of like kind of like sounding very confident, and a person that can like, I don't want to say it this way, but this is how it's coming across energetically. Someone who's like, who can sell you a bridge. You know what I mean? That type of energy, a person that just has a really good salesman pitch, and whether that's you or the other person, and there's a sense here of just like, just keep in mind that something should grow here naturally, okay? Camel says, persevere and you will overcome your problems. Okay. Some of you are, again, sad because there is a physical distance here and it's becoming a little bit difficult or challenging for one of you or both of you, where there's this sense of excitement, like I can't wait to where we are physically living under the same roof. But for now, we need to be apart type of energy. Okay. Feather, someone you know is undependable or insincere. This could be either your significant other, this could be you, this could be the friends or family around them. Okay, that could be trying to control or manipulate a situation, circumstance, or an outcome here. Okay, again, take the energies that resonate, and those that do not resonate, then put them to the side. But this is a general reading, so I want to make sure that, I cover everything here that's coming through. Now, here, your pile says Nimble BAT. It says perception, change, flexibility. Look at that. I mean, that's why I said I like to read this toward the end, because although it's a preliminary pile, there are instances where there is a validation confirmation throughout the rest of the reading. And sure enough, that's exactly what's happening here. Because here we have perception, change, flexibility, especially the word flexibility here. Why? We have let go of control issues. Someone or something could be very controlling here, whether it's friends, family, loved ones, whether it's the significant other, whether it's you, whether it's the career is very demanding, it's very controlling. There's no freedom to move or to do or to be able to expand in other ways. So there is this sense of both of you keeping in mind that being flexible is super important within this connection, okay? It also says here, you need to have the courage to face the darkness within you. So you need to have the courage here, whether it's you or the other person or both of you. You both need to have the courage to stand up and be able to voice your true authentic self. So if something doesn't look right, something doesn't feel right, if something just doesn't seem like it's adding up, you know what I mean? Then yes, if you need evidence, then you need evidence. If there's a sense here of like, there's a lot of talking about something, but I don't see a lot of, actions and words meeting together as one, as evidence, then how can I believe that whatever was said is actually happening here? So don't feel kind of like, oh, if I ask this, or if I ask this question, or if I say this, this person is going to take it the wrong way. If they do, and if you lose someone because of the clarity of communication that needs to be had, then maybe that person wasn't meant for you. So this is the type of person here, or energy that's presenting here, that you or they or both of you need to embody with each other, which is a lack of transparency. It's not going into something blindly. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because bats tend to have very, very bad vision, which is why they rely on echolocation. So the bat's personality traits or character traits or just animal traits may be of importance here. Don't walk into something blindly, okay? Allow yourself to see and to explore something further. And if it means having more conversations, if it means gaining more clarity, then so be it. Someone who's interested and someone who's serious will be able to do that for you. Okay, it's not going to be one-sided. It's not going to be one person doing, giving, and the other one just taking. It's going to be something of an equal balance here. So the bat, again, echolocation coming across as communication. So communication is vital here, making sure that neither this person nor you enter something blindly, that there is enough communication, that there's enough type of energy here of making sure that things add up and that things make sense, okay? That being said, group number 3, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to drop a rose in the comment section. That lets me know that these messages resonated for you, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, and continue to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Take care, and I'll see you soon.